Avyakti Parivar Chit Chat, conversations that open the heart and elevate the mind. So, welcome, Brother Eric.
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti, Avyakti Parivar. I think Om Shanti to every child in all of us. And I think when we feel the company of the children and the youth, I think it's a mirror to remind us of our own childhood, our own youth. So I'm very happy to join this special edition of Avyakti Parivar. And Mohini Didi, very happy that we're going to enjoy little questions before we go visiting the 7 wonders of Baba's children's world. And I think I was told one day that, in a temple, when we see young children, the thought is that there is a future. And wherever there are children, then the future is guaranteed and the future is prosperous. So I was wondering, how are you feeling, Sister Mohini, being surrounded by children and youth? Is it reminding you of your own childhood and your own youth? Do you see your inner child being invoked and stimulated? And is it really Mohini Didi enjoying the retreat, or is it little Mohini enjoying the retreat? which Mohini is enjoying the retreat? The child Mohini Didi?
Om Shanti. Yeah, when we look at the birds and they start blossoming and you see a beautiful flower emerging, that's what I'm noticing since morning. In the morning, there was introduction of child and parents. Child had to introduce parents, and then so many of them we are seeing first time personally. And then this evening also, it's so interesting that sometimes we don't know how much children have understood or youth have understood, because they also trying to kind of adjust themselves, taking knowledge and be in their university or Lokik atmosphere. So sometimes like things are merged in them. But today when I visited, seeing one of the youth and children group doing 5 forms, and they were acting in 5 forms, or like a lot of things they are doing. I said, when they know so much, and it's very, very interesting to see, as I said, birds blossoming and becoming flowers. And that means how much they have taken is so visible.
And often we hear that song of the Murli, remember the days of your childhood. What comes to your mind whenever you hear that song, or when Baba keeps telling you, never forget the days of your childhood? What comes to your mind usually from your childhood?
One is what comes to mind, but other is I start feeling myself as those childhood days. And I say, well, whatever it is, I am still that young Kumari. And really, I internally always look at myself as that young Kumari or Yagya Kumari when I came to Baba. And so I start I get into that experience and I stay in that experience. So it's not I kind of remind myself, but I become that. That I am the same young person. And
I'm sure many young souls or many young children will want to know one thing, Mohini Didi. So I know it may not be on YouTube, so you can tell us your secret now. When you were younger, as a young girl, were you always, calm and pure and positive? Or was there a little mischievous, little Mohini Didi we don't know about when you were younger? Were you normal? Were you also a little girl, like having your own good days and bad days? Or it's something you didn't experience in this birth? Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. What you felt when you were
I think that some of the things in childhood you like and some you don't like. And few things I never liked. One was to get involved in gossip, or like, a lot of people listen here, then they again talk about it. And so I was little bit had distaste from that, which one time Mama underlined and said, you are, Mama said, you are a Sattvic Kumari because you don't have this habit. And, I knew that I don't like sorrow from childhood. And I keep saying that what causes sorrow. So one of the thing I found causes sorrow is attachment, whether it's a object or a person or anything. So kind of developed a nature of being loving, but also not attached to an extent that I have sorrow. So that was one thing I maintained. So now mood is something I don't remember much, but basically I had been a person quiet, and I feel that quietness and the peace has a bigger impact, which is not immediately seen. It is more than those who are loud and kind of prove themselves and all that. So I kept to that inner strength and inner power. There were a lot of little things which I was kind of make sure that I don't lose them, and I practice them more. And I think that is where even dadis, and they notice certain things which I had as my faculty, and their trust on me start growing because they knew that I do not have many ordinary habits. And but also I think somewhere deeply within, knowing myself more as a goddess internally, I had a lot of self-respect too. And so it didn't happen much deformation like Brahma Baba's, but sometimes if anyone said something which is not right, I will just say, well, that if I have to correct myself, I will. Otherwise, I won't take it. It's the sanskar of that person to complain or say things. So certain things really helped me to have a very good journey, enjoyable, close to Baba Mama, close to Dadis, and became, part of the inner Yagya circle in a very, very natural way. But also had lot of joyful time too.
Mm. But it's okay to tell us if there was something, because even for Krishna, they show in the scriptures, he was sometimes a little bit mischievous and did a few funny things. So he can tell us, even before taking Gyan, you were never mischievous with your parents, you never did trick or never played something funny to your member of the family, or hiding something, or giving cotton wool. No?
That is not mischievous, that's playful, right?
Playful. Okay, so any playful thing.
Yeah, definitely, liking certain things, liking certain people. And yeah, but knowledge goes so deeply, quickly, that your nature starts changing also. Like I never quickly got upset about anything or be sensitive and sulking. A lot of people, they sulk or criticizing, So I think that avoiding certain things, I'm trying to kind of remember that.
So whatever was playful to you, do you remember any scenes of being playful, of having fun with, I don't know, grandparents or the kids?
Yeah, because, Bob, I always, like one of my Lokik brother, I had only one. He will make jokes every 2 minutes, every joke, all the time. And you all know Sister Shanti, she used to love to make jokes. So I love that. And yeah, playful, playful 65 years, 65 years ago, playful was different than today, right?
Mm.
In your age, what you will think of playful. In my age, the society, everything, playful was something like we will go a lot out, we will go to summer holidays and go for boating, go for excursions, and all that was definitely lot there. But
Well,
not
well,
hurting anyone because of any, say things which hurt people. Because I protected myself, so I thought, why should I do anything like that?
well, I think that for all of us, but also for the very young one, it must be inspiring to hear your sharing. So it will help them to stay in the line of playfulness with certain good values. So I know we're ready. We're ready now to visit this 7 wonders, I think, of the children's world. But we were very happy today to celebrate Canada's Day with you this morning. And Judy was mentioning from Calgary that we were amazed that you saw all of us in our very young age. You saw, I mean, not childhood, but spiritual childhood. You saw us in our youth, in our early 20s. Now you're seeing us in our 60s. It's such an incredible journey. So yes, it's a big span of time. So thank you for being with us our whole life, basically. Thank you. So let's go, and I think we're going to visit together. I haven't seen anything, so it will be a surprise. And I will try to be the eyes and the guide for everyone in Avyakti Parivar. So again, if there's anyone on YouTube, you have to switch and come to Zoom to be able to see it. And now we're going to discover beautiful wonder world of children's magic creation. So Mohini Didi, you ready?
Yes, we will
All
go.
right, so let's go